Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katri and today we are doing the coffee book tag. I'm not sure who originated this tag. If I can find that, I will put it in the description down below. I saw book lover Amanda do this very recently though, and I just thought it looked fun. I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I will drink it occasionally, very specific kinds, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought it looked fun. So let's get right into it. So the first prompt is Black. Name a series that is tough to get into, but has hardcore fans. For this, I'm going with The Lord of the Rings. This is the first one, The Fellowship. This is one I am currently reading right now. And I think it's just really tough because so many people know the movies and like a lot of people don't like want to read the books because Tolkien is like known for kind of having hard to read writing or very overly descriptive, and it's hard for some people. So, and the fans are definitely very hardcore, like, so I feel like this is probably the one for me. I'm getting into it though. I'm diving in the deep end, but I do feel like this one is hard for a lot of people to get into. So number 2 is The Peppermint Mocha, and that is name a book that gets more popular during the winter or festive time of year. Honestly, I don't know about this one. I feel so bad. I was like really trying to think, and I think of just classics in general. Like I feel like a lot of classics are just cozier reads, and I see people read them in the winter time a lot more, like Little Women, Phantom of the Opera, Count of Monte Cristo. It's just normally I see those read more so in the winter time. I don't know why that is. I also kind of like urge to pick up a classic more so in these fall and wintry months. So I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with classics in general. Right, number 3 is Hot Chocolate. What is your favorite children's book? Growing up, my favorite children's book was Madeline. I don't own it. I'll put a picture up of it somewhere. Winnie the Pooh was also like a really beloved one. And honestly, with my girls, which they have so many, and I'm not even gonna rifle through their books right now, but one that they both like loved and was like their first like instant love when they were younger was a little book. It's so cute. I'll try to put a picture up. It's called Who Says Quack? No idea who this is by, but it's an adorable little picture book. And this was like the first one that they both just gravitated towards and loved. They're both very big readers. There's so many books that they read now. So number 4 is Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. Now this did not say in what way it kept me on the edge of my seat. So at first I was sitting here and I was like, Love and Other Goals. I couldn't put this book down. Are you kidding me? And also the cheat sheet, which I'll put a picture up or whatnot. Guys, I'm not going around and grabbing all my books because quite a few of these are downstairs right now on my favorite shelf, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I already have enough books to put back for other things. So yeah, if I don't have it immediately right around me, I'm not going to go grab it right now. But yeah, and the cheat sheet is one that I also could not put down, had me like right there. But then I was like, oh, maybe this means a little bit more intense. So for that, I also would say Jurassic Park. I've read it 5 times now, and I'm on the edge of my seat the entire time through practically. And it's only gotten better for me personally. And then Dark Matter was another one by Blake Crouch that I read this year. I was very much on the edge of my seat throughout that book. I was like, what is even going on throughout half of this? So those are a little bit of 2 different ways for you. But question number 5 is name a book you see everywhere. Honestly, Powerless, which actually I probably do have that one right here. Hold on. I do. It's behind me. Oh gosh, I can't reach that way. This is gonna make so many books fall, but I'm doing it for you. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I see this everywhere. Everywhere has this, and I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay with that. I have thought about rereading this so that I can like tab it and highlight it. But yeah, Powerless is definitely one I see everywhere. I'm trying to think of another one. I feel like I always see, and this is just kind of like a generalization, but the same classics, like, everywhere. Like, just over a few period of time, like a year or two, I'm just constantly seeing, like, let's just use, like, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. If I see it once, I'm gonna see it at every place, everywhere, and I'm like, well, I already have that book by Ernest Hemingway. Like, I don't, you know, like, I just see the same classics over and over again, and I feel like they're always, like, once I stop seeing them and see something else, I only see that, and I don't see it again for a very long time. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if there's if I'm just crazy. That's a possibility too. But yeah. Okay, number 6 is That Hipster Coffee Shop. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. All right, so I did just recently read Perfectly Wedded by Grace Worthington. I really enjoyed this. This was super cute, clean, hockey sports romance. It kind of gave the rulebook vibes from Sarah Adams. If you guys really liked that, or if you like the vibe of that, but really didn't like that she put an open door scene in it that you had to skip, then this is very similar to that, but without the open door scene. And I've read one other by her, I think. She's really, like, she hasn't been a 5-star for me yet, but she's very solid, like, cute. I'm engrossed. I want to continue reading. I really like her writing and characters. She normally falls, I think, 3.5 to, like, 4.25 every single time for me, so I really enjoy her. She needs more love thrown her way. And then another one I read this year was Romancing the Grump by Jenny Proctor. Guys, I adored this book so much. Another hockey romance, clean hockey romance. And I love this one. I'm seriously debating getting this one in physical copy. Some of the, like, shorter, clean rom-coms that I read and get ebook wise, I'm like, I don't know if I want all, you know, but this one just hit different. So if you haven't heard of Jenny Proctor, definitely check her out. Again, Tracy Bach is also a indie author. This was her debut novel, and she just came out with a second one, which is on my other shelf over there. I don't want to get up to get it. But it's called Saved by Noel, and it is a Christmas romance, and I'm so excited to read that next month, you guys. So excited. So yeah, that's 3 indie authors for you guys. There are a lot more that I'd love to shout out, but I haven't read from them yet, and I'd like to actually, like, read from them and know their content and all that stuff before sharing with you guys. So yeah, number 7 is Oops, I Accidentally Got Decaf. Name a book you were expecting more from. All right, honestly, guys, most thrillers that I have tried to read in the past 2 years, you can just say, Gatry expected more from this book, and she did not get it. So the first one I'm going to put up here is one I haven't talked about in a little bit, but that I talked about a lot last year, and that is The Silent Patient by Alex, whatever the heck his last name is. And this was just not it for me, guys. I didn't like the language, and I didn't like how slow it was going. I didn't like what it was, some content that it was putting in. I didn't think that it was interesting enough, honestly, to keep going, and I was like, well, it's probably going to be something really dumb, like yada yada yada, and I guessed it exactly right, and I was very mad that I guessed it right, because I was like, seriously, I sat through like 150 pages for me to just come up with a silly idea and that be it? Like, how is that even, Anyway. The Couple Next Door is another one that I read this year. I think that one was a little bit less of a disappointment, but I was like, yeah, it still wasn't great. Like, when I got it, I was hoping for more of it, but then after reading so many bad thrillers, I was like, I don't know if this one's gonna be too great, and it was kind of, yeah. An Anonymous Girl, read that last year. That was really bad. That was really bad. Yeah, so thrillers for me, basically. If you're not a sci-fi thriller, apparently, you can't do it for me. 8 is The Perfect Blend. Name a book or series that was both bitter and sweet, but ultimately satisfying. Honestly, like, I thought of Harry Potter for this one, because I feel like there's, like, some, like, throws and everything. I also thought of Percy Jackson, honestly. Oh my goodness. Because bittersweet in the way of, like, I love that series, but it was like so bitter for it to end. At the same time, Rick Riordan is still doing a lot, and it's really bitter for me knowing that he's putting such vile, disgusting things in his kid's book now. So if you guys like don't know about that, he's basically been putting gay, bisexual, transgender, that type of stuff and those characters in his books more recently. So I don't read any from the Percy Jackson world or whatnot, and all that has been published anytime recently. So that is another thing that's kind of like, oh, spoilers. The Heroes of Olympus series, which came right after, I think this might have been the first time that he put anything in. He totally took away like all the meaning of Bianca's death for Nico, and just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make him gay instead. And I was like, what the heck is wrong with you? First off, this is a kid's book. Second off, even my friends who aren't bothered by the gay stuff, not Christian or whatnot, didn't like it because it was so out of character and it ruined the whole like meaning of him and his sister's relationship and all this extra stuff. And I was just like, and that's when he started to go downhill. So I don't really touch any of his newer stuff, but so that series is definitely kind of bittersweet and in that way. I realized that I had written more indie authors to hype up at the bottom, and I did not even see it. Oh my gosh. I am like destroying my bookshelf right now, guys. Okay, so another indie author, we're just going to talk about indie authors, is Dulcie Dameron. This is Now With You. This is actually a novella, and it's the second in the Secrets of River Hollow series. The first one I like loved. It was like so close to a 5 stars. There was just something missing for me that didn't quite hit it, but as close as it can get without being 5 stars. This one wasn't as high for me. It's an age gap romance, and it is a novella. I found it's very, very hard for me to rate a novella like above a 4.5 stars, honestly, 4.5 or above. It's just really hard for me to rate a novella, but as novellas go, this was pretty cute and pretty good. So she is a indie author. She's also clean romance. She's Christian, but not all of her books have Christian themes. I don't think this series does, but I don't think all of her other series do. So, and then the last one that I wanted to mention was The Cupcake Cottage by Jean Oram. This was super, super cute, and I really, really liked this one. Another clean hockey romance, but this one is in a series, and I've been reading through this series because they're free on my Apple Books or whatnot, and I haven't been loving the other ones nearly as much as this first one. The first one was definitely longer, and again, I just can't get as much from novellas, guys. I don't know if that's a me thing. I know a lot of people really love novellas, but I can't get as much from them. So that might be part of it. Nothing's been under 3 star for me. It's all been above 3 star, like 3 to 3.75, but the first one really was like the it for me. But this is another indie author shout out. So okay, I think that's all, unless I forgot questions. Let's hope not. But yeah, thank you guys for sitting with me for this chaotic one that I'm gonna have to do a lot of extra editing for because I didn't want to get up and get all the books. But I will see you guys in my next video. This is probably the last one until Bookmas, guys. I believe this is going to be going up last Monday of November, and so I will probably not have a video up that Friday since it's right after Thanksgiving. I'm just going to focus on some Bookmas prep. So all of my stuff, my Christmas TBR, my November wrap-up, all that stuff is going to be included in Bookmas because I'm going to attempt to do 12 videos over not over 12 days, not straight in a row. I'm gonna do it every other day so that it ends on, I think, Christmas Eve is when it's either the day before or Christmas Eve. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. So next time you see me after this, I'm gonna have all my Christmas decos up in the room, and I'm really excited about that. So yay, I will see you guys next time, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving week with your family, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you're thankful for this year. Bye.